the Ethiopian Bible holds a fascinating, complex, and sometimes misunderstood place in the history of Christianity. It is one of the oldest and most unique biblical collections in the world, containing books and teachings that diverge from mainstream Western Christianity's scriptures. Although it wasn't banned outright, the Ethiopian Bible was sidelined, overlooked, or considered unconventional due to its distinct contents and the isolated development of Ethiopian Christianity. Understanding this history requires exploring the Ethiopian Bible's origins, the theological and political divides that caused it to differ from Western Christianity, and the enduring intrigue surrounding this unique text. Before we dive into today's topic, kindly take a moment to subscribe to our channel and also hit the notification bell so as to be the first to view our newly posted video. Thanks. Let's dive into the mysterious story. The Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church, one of the oldest Christian communities in the world, developed an ancient and diverse canon of Scripture. Its Bible includes 81 books, significantly more than the 66 books found in the Protestant Bible and the 73 in the Roman Catholic Bible. These additional books contain material that is strikingly different in its theological views and narratives. Key texts include the Book of Enoch, Jubilees, 1st Esdras, 2nd Esdras, and the Book of the Covenant, among others. These writings explore topics that are sometimes seen as controversial or mystical. For instance, the Book of Enoch provides extensive accounts of angels, the Nephilim, half-human, half-angel beings, and unique perspectives on the fall of angels, topics only briefly mentioned in other Bibles. Jubilees, also known as the Little Genesis, gives detailed timelines and additional stories about biblical figures. These texts offer a more elaborate theological worldview, sometimes at odds with mainstream Christian doctrine, and reveal the deep theological traditions that the Ethiopian Church preserved independently from other Christian communities. To understand the Ethiopian Bible's divergence, it's essential to revisit the 4th century, when Christianity was established as the official religion of the Roman Empire under Emperor Constantine. With Christianity spreading, early church leaders were concerned with consolidating Christian doctrine, organizing councils like the Council of Nicaea, 325 AD, and the Council of Carthage, 397 AD, to standardize Christian scripture. Their goal was to define an official Christian Bible that would be used universally across the Roman Empire, which ultimately included the 27 books of the New Testament we recognize today and specific selections from the Old Testament. During these councils, many writings were examined, debated, and ultimately excluded from the official canon. This was partly because early church leaders were wary of including texts that promoted divergent doctrines or contained elements they deemed mystical, speculative, or even heretical. Books like the Book of Enoch and Jubilees were excluded from the canon of the Roman and later European churches, and labeled as apocryphal, hidden, or pseudepigraphal, falsely attributed. These excluded texts were not necessarily destroyed, but their rejection from the official canon meant they were sidelined and viewed with suspicion by many Christians. Meanwhile, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church developed independently. Ethiopian Christianity was well established by the 4th century and was influenced by both Judaism and Eastern Christianity rather than the Roman Empire's Christian doctrine. Due to its geographical and political isolation, the Ethiopian Church did not attend or follow the decisions of the councils that defined the Western Bible. As a result, it retained many of these rejected books as part of its canon, preserving stories and theological concepts that the Western Church left behind. Geography played a significant role in shaping Ethiopian Christianity. Ethiopia is located in East Africa, bordered by the rugged terrain of the Ethiopian highlands and the Red Sea, creating natural barriers that contributed to its cultural and religious isolation. While Christianity in the Roman Empire was spreading across Europe and interacting with other religious traditions, Ethiopian Christianity remained largely secluded, unaffected by the political and doctrinal developments that were shaping Western Christianity. This isolation allowed Ethiopia to maintain an ancient, relatively unchanged version of Christianity. Ethiopia's adoption of Christianity as its state religion around the same time as the Roman Empire established a long tradition of faith that was woven into the nation's identity. Unlike many other Christian traditions, Ethiopian Christianity didn't face the same pressures to conform to the Roman or later European church doctrines. The Ethiopian Bible therefore retained texts that most other traditions left out, maintaining theological diversity and an ancient perspective that is almost unparalleled in Christianity today. When European missionaries and explorers came into contact with Ethiopian Christianity during the Age of Exploration and colonial period, they found a form of Christianity that was both familiar and deeply foreign. The Ethiopian Bible's additional books, especially those with mystical or unconventional content, were often perceived as strange, unorthodox, or even heretical by these Western Christian missionaries. Western missionaries brought their own Bible and often tried to replace the Ethiopian scriptures with their 66-book Protestant Bible, assuming that it was the only correct version. In some cases, these missionaries discouraged or even attempted to ban the reading of Ethiopian biblical texts, arguing that these additional books might confuse or mislead Ethiopian Christians. While there was no official ban, these efforts to displace or replace the Ethiopian Bible created a kind of unofficial banning of these texts, in the sense that they were marginalized and disregarded by the Western Church. Moreover, some of the stories in the Ethiopian Bible, like those found in the Book of Enoch, described complex angelology, tales of fallen angels, and unique perspectives on biblical figures that didn't align with mainstream Christian teachings. This led to further misunderstanding and suspicion, as many Western Christians were taught that such stories bordered on the occult or mystical, a label that Western Christianity was quick to reject. Today, the Ethiopian Bible has sparked renewed interest, particularly among scholars, theologians, and those fascinated by the hidden or lost books of the Bible. Books like Enoch and Jubilees raise theological questions and provide insights into early Christian and Jewish beliefs that differ from mainstream doctrines. This renewed interest has driven researchers to study the Ethiopian canon more closely, uncovering ancient wisdom and exploring theological ideas that many Christians have never encountered. For example, the Book of Enoch offers a detailed exploration of pre-flood events, describing the origin of evil, the role of angels, and even cosmic events that go beyond standard biblical explanations. These stories have attracted attention from researchers interested in early Jewish and Christian mysticism. However, these texts remain largely unfamiliar to many Christians, as they have not been widely translated or distributed outside Ethiopia, reinforcing the perception of the Ethiopian Bible as hidden or lost. While the Ethiopian Bible may not have been formally banned, its divergence from the Western canon and isolation have left it outside the mainstream. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church preserved a unique set of scriptures that offer different perspectives on theology, history, and spirituality. These texts reflect Ethiopia's ancient Christian heritage, a heritage that has long been obscured from much of the world due to geographic isolation and the dominance of Western Christian doctrine. Today, as more people become aware of the Ethiopian Bible's unique contents, it is celebrated for its rich theological diversity and ancient origins. The Ethiopian Bible stands as a testament to a branch of Christianity that developed independently, preserving scriptures that provide insight into early Christianity and alternate understandings of biblical events. It remains a symbol of Ethiopia's unique spiritual heritage and a source of fascination for those seeking a deeper, less conventional understanding of Christianity. Kindly like, comment, share, and subscribe if you find the video interesting and informative. Your support keeps the channel grow. Thank you for watching.